Imagine yourself in a cell, but without visible bars. Your freedom stolen not by metal chains, but by the constant whisper of others' opinions. Every what if, a new brick laid by external expectations. Do you recognize yourself in this scenario? What if I told you the key to this prison is in your hands, and that true escape begins now? Centuries ago, an emperor and philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, amidst the pressures of governing an empire, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find your strength." He knew that the true battle wasn't fought on battlefields, but within one's own mind. A crucial lesson for our era. Today, this wisdom seems forgotten. Our self-esteem is a ventriloquist dummy, its strings pulled by the applause or criticism we receive. The incessant pursuit of a like, an approval, or recognition turns us into mere echoes of others' expectations. This trap contaminates relationships, undermines professional confidence, and steals inner peace. It makes us feel not good enough without external validation. But you don't have to remain a hostile. Stoic philosophy offers us a clear map to true freedom. In this video, I will unveil 5 transformative principles that will not only free you from the tyranny of others' opinions, but empower you to forge an unbreakable inner worth, attracting genuine connections. Prepare to rebuild your world from the inside out. If you're ready for this journey of self-discovery and liberation, comment "freedom" below. Let's untie the knots that bind your true essence together. Have you ever stopped to think that your peace might be hanging by a thread, depending on someone else's nod of approval, a compliment that never comes, or an invitation that never materializes? It's an uncomfortable yet crucial question. Who holds the remote control to your joy? Many of us operate under the illusion that external validation is the fuel for our self-image. You find yourself adjusting your personality in every setting, like a social chameleon, desperately seeking a superior's yes, a romantic interest smile, or an invitation from a friend group. The false belief is that this approval is the currency for your dignity. The real consequence? By doing so, you dilute yourself, losing touch with your true voice. The emotional impact is a silent exhaustion, the feeling of always performing but never truly being seen for who you are. Epictetus, the former slave who became a beacon of Stoicism, left us one of the most liberating lessons: the dichotomy of control. He taught, some things are within our control, and others are not. Others' opinions, applause, criticism, all of this lies outside your direct sphere of power. Focusing on the uncontrollable is inviting frustration and anxiety into your life. Stoic wisdom reminds us that true freedom blossoms when you clearly distinguish what is yours and what belongs to the world, freeing yourself from the illusion that you can mold others' thoughts. Here's how you can apply this today. Grab a notebook and list 3 areas of your life where you seek external validation, perhaps at work, in a new relationship, or in a hobby. Next to each item, ask, what is truly within my control here? For a boss, it's not the praise, but the quality of your work and your ethics. For a date, it's not the other person's acceptance, but your authenticity and the clarity of your values. For the hobby, it's not others' admiration, but your passion and personal progress. Feel the shift in focus. Instead of reaching out for something elusive, draw your energy back to where it truly matters, to your actions, your choices, and your pure intention. Internal validation is the echo of your conscience, not the applause of the crowd. By mastering this principle, the incessant pursuit of approval will dissolve like mist in the sun. You will feel an unprecedented lightness and an unshakable inner strength. Your self-esteem will no longer be a balloon at the mercy of the wind, but a deep anchor secure in any storm life throws your way. Is your inner peace a battlefield, constantly invaded by thoughtless words or others' actions? Do you feel held hostage by others' reactions, as if your well-being depended on their mood? It's a common misconception to believe that we can mold others' behavior, or that we are mere spectators of their choices. You find yourself entangled in endless discussions, trying to convince, argue, or even orchestrate situations so that people act according to your expectations. Whether in traffic, at home, or at work, frustration sprouts when others don't fit into your script. This vain attempt to control the uncontrollable is an energy drain and the source of great anguish. The worst part is that it blinds us to the only realm where we are sovereign, that of our own response. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, offers us an invaluable compass. In his Meditations, he wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your own estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." He didn't deny the pain of circumstance, but reminded us that suffering is a choice, an interpretation. Stoic virtue does not lie in avoiding challenges, but in facing them with a clear mind, choosing wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance as guides, regardless of what the world throws at you. Here's how you can apply this today. Practice the conscious pause. When an external situation provokes you, a rude comment, an injustice at work, or an unexpected delay, feel the emotion arise. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a deep breath and create a microspace between the stimulus and your response. Ask yourself, am I reacting to the fact or to my story about the fact? Deliberately choose your response. This might mean calmly communicating a boundary. I understand you're frustrated, but I don't accept being treated this way. Or, if it's something trivial, simply let it pass, like a cloud in the sky. It's not about suppressing the emotion, but about not being controlled by it. It's the power to choose serenity instead of agitation. By mastering this skill, you will become an impenetrable emotional fortress. External storms will lose their power to destabilize you. Your peace will no longer be accidental, but a conscious choice, an oasis of serenity residing only within you. If this truth resonates with you, comment below, "My power is in the response." Is your happiness a mirror reflecting others' moods? Do you feel obligated to fix someone else's sadness only then to allow yourself joy? This is the subtle trap of emotional dependency. Many of us have been programmed to seek our emotional stability outside ourselves. You believe that your well-being is intrinsically linked to the mood of a partner, friend, or family member. With every emotional fluctuation of theirs, you find yourself dragged into the same maelstrom. The false belief is that being good means absorbing and remedying others' pains. The consequence? You nullify yourself, lose your own voice, and become an emotional chameleon without your own center of gravity. The accumulated impact is a profound exhaustion and the loss of your own identity, diluted in the emotions of others. Seneca, one of the most eloquent Stoic masters, offers us a surprising perspective on compassion. In his Letters to Lucilius, he warns us, "You must live for the good of yourself if you want to live for others." This is not an invitation to selfishness, but a profound recognition to be a genuine pillar of support. You need to be firm within yourself. Emotional autonomy is the foundation for any healthy relationship. How can one light the way for another if their own flame flickers, dependent on external winds? The true strength to help and love comes from an unshakable core. Here's how you can apply this today. Start by mapping your zones of emotional surrender. Observe in which situations or with which people you tend to absorb others' moods. When you feel yourself being pulled into someone else's emotional current, visualize a transparent shield around you. This shield doesn't isolate you from empathy, but prevents others' turbulence from invading your own peace. Practice empathetic detachment. Acknowledge the other's emotion. I perceive you're going through a difficult time, but affirm your own sovereignty. I'm here for you, but I need to maintain my own center of calm. It's not about being cold, but about being a lighthouse, not a drifting boat. Use phrases like, "I'm sorry you're feeling that way, and I'm here to listen, but my emotions are my own." This establishes a vital boundary and nurtures your autonomy. By mastering this, you will become a pillar of calm and stability, a deeply rooted tree. Your happiness will no longer be a game of chance, but a conscious choice, an inexhaustible source that springs from within. You will attract relationships based on genuine respect and admiration, not on neediness or dependency. Have you ever wondered what would be left of you if your appearance, status, and material possessions were taken away? Most of us build our self-esteem on quicksand, but there is an unshakable foundation. It's a chronic error to associate our intrinsic worth with external trophies, the car in the garage, the job title on the business card, the number of followers, or even physical perfection. You believe these adornments are proof of your dignity. The false belief is that happiness and respect come from the outside in. The consequence? When these things fluctuate, and they always do, your sense of worth disintegrates, plunging you into an abyss of anxiety and self-doubt. The accumulated emotional impact is a life of incessant pursuit, always chasing the next something to feel complete, a void that is never filled. Epictetus, the philosopher who taught from simplicity, bequeathed us a radical truth. No one can harm you unless you permit him. You only are harmed when you believe you are being harmed. He wasn't speaking of physical pain, but of the internal wound to our worth. The Stoics show us that the true source of unshakable worth is not in what we possess or what others think, but in the cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. These are qualities that reside only within you, that are under your absolute control, and that no one, absolutely no one, can steal or diminish. Here's how you can apply this today. Start by redirecting your lens. Instead of asking, "How can I get that professional recognition?" ask, "How can I apply my wisdom and ethics at work today, regardless of recognition?" Instead of, "How can I impress at that meeting?" ask, "How can I demonstrate courage in expressing my truth and temperance in listening to others?" Create a personal virtues journal. At the end of each day, don't list what you accomplished externally, but how you embodied one of the virtues. For example, today I demonstrated justice by defending an unpopular but correct idea. Or, I used temperance by resisting the temptation to procrastinate. Celebrate these small acts of character. They are what forge your true armor, your internal worth that the world cannot touch. By mastering this, you will develop an internal fortress that no external storm can shake. Your self-esteem will be unconditional, forged in the crucible of your character. You will radiate a quiet, authentic, and unbreakable confidence, a beacon for yourself and for others. Have you ever felt like you're always walking on eggshells in your relationships, fearing that any misstep could unravel them? Why do some connections seem superficial, even with so much effort? It's a common mistake to approach relationships from a place of scarcity, seeking for others to fill what's missing in us. You believe you need to be the perfect version of yourself, to please at all costs, and to avoid conflict to be loved or accepted. The false belief is that external harmony is more important than internal integrity. The consequence? You hide yourself, sacrifice your authenticity, and live with the constant fear of rejection. The accumulated emotional impact consists of superficial connections based on a facade, where true intimacy is impossible, and you feel alone even in the presence of others. Seneca, in his Letters to Lucilius, reminds us that true friendship, like every relationship, blossoms in virtue. He wrote, "True love cannot be found in those who love each other for interest." Stoic wisdom teaches us that personal integrity is the cornerstone. Authentic relationships are not about seeking someone to complete you, but about two complete individuals who choose to share their lives, respecting each other's autonomy and boundaries. When you are whole, you don't seek fulfillment, but mutual expansion. Here's how you can apply this today. First, embrace radical authenticity. Instead of trying to guess what others want to hear, show up as your true self, with your strengths and your vulnerabilities. Don't wear masks. Second, set boundaries like planting trees, with firmness and for growth. Use phrases like, "I truly value our friendship, and for it to remain strong, I need our meetings to be more punctual." Or, "I'm not comfortable with conversations that involve gossip, and I ask that you respect that." If someone constantly interrupts you, you can say, "I'd like to finish my thought before hearing your perspective." This doesn't push away the right people. It attracts those who value who you truly are and respect your space. By mastering this, your connections will transform magically. You will attract people who value your authenticity and respect your boundaries. Your relationships will be deeper, more meaningful, and liberating, built on a love and respect that doesn't suffocate, but elevates and expands both of you. Recapping our journey, we delved into the illusion of external validation, learning to distinguish the controllable from the uncontrollable. Next, we discovered the power of mastering our response, transforming impulsive reactions into conscious choices. We explored emotional autonomy, a pillar of stability that frees us from others' emotional roller coaster. We delved into building unshakable inner worth, forged in virtues, not in ephemeral trophies. And finally, we saw how all of this culminates in authentic and liberating connections, based on mutual respect and integrity. You are no longer the echo of others' expectations, but the authentic voice of your own essence. The person you become is a beacon of self-mastery, an internal fortress that no criticism or praise can shake. Your strength lies in choosing your response, nurturing your peace, and building an unbreakable character. This Stoic journey is the promise of a life with purpose and of relationships built on the rock of integrity, not on the sand of scarcity. Imagine the lightness, the clarity, the peace that floods your being as you free yourself from these invisible chains. This is your true empire, built from the inside out. If you feel transformed by these principles and the flame of inner freedom has been ignited, like this video so more people can be impacted. Share in the comments how external validation has held you captive and how you are starting to break free. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. And to continue this journey of self-discovery, subscribe to the channel. Remember, the true empire is built not on distant lands, but on the sacred soil of your own mind. Build it with virtue. Live free.